Hey everybody, we are in northern Oklahoma. It's August the 10th, doing some early season scouting on public land here and try to find some areas where the deer are crossing into some cropland and stuff, check some bedding areas, find some rub lines. It's gonna be a good day. Gonna do a lot of walking.
All right, so what we got is basically there's a river over here it would be basically to the west, and we got one strip of woods and it's all just open prairie and then woods all in there. So Sean and Jared, they went over close to the river. They're gonna scout the area where the river's at, and there's a lot more hardwoods in that direction, a lot more bigger trees, and we're gonna walk in this more open spot. So that's where we're going, and we've never been here before. So Jonathan came here one time and did some bird hunting, but besides that, none of us guys have been here, so we know nothing about this place. So main thing we're going to be looking for is, of course, deer sign, but then we're also going to see if we can see much sign of hunters, such as like deer stands and stuff like that have been in here in the past, just to see what it's like. There have been farmers in here. I guess they put cows in here, so we don't know about that, but basically all we're doing is just walking the whole thing to try to figure out the land and how it lays, and see if we can find the areas that we think would be best for deer. Okay, Jonathan and I, we crossed through several strips of woods. Not much sign except quite a bit of tracks and droppings. But we just got out to this open terrain, just this prairie area, and there's just trees around. Just found some beds right here. In here, and there's real nice lush grass coming up. I think they burnt all this, and so this grass just came up and it's really nice. So we're just slowly, quietly going through here, seeing if we're gonna jump a deer, see if we can find a buck in here. Seeing if my guess would be that there's some deer bedded out here. It's still only 7:30, 8 o'clock, so a lot of deer might not have even bedded down yet. So, but we're just gonna keep walking down through here and see if we can find an area where they like to come in and out of this stuff. But this is a perfect bedding area. It's just all tall weeds, and they love laying out in this open terrain like this.
Well, we been walking all over the place. It's really muddy and wet. We just spooked a couple of deer on top of a little knoll. Pretty much everything down low is swampy, flooded, nasty, and the deer, I mean, they're cutting through there, but they're not staying in there. So I'm guessing if you can find any kind of high spot right now in this watery stuff, you'll be able to find where the deer are at, because they're not going to bed down in the water and the slush.
Alright guys, we've walked quite a bit and through this brush, and we just jumped that first fawn. But out here at all this open, we know that they're bedded out here, which we're trying to be quiet, but there could be deer bedded out there right now and they wouldn't jump. That fawn didn't jump until we were 10 yards from it, so I would say that there's a lot of deer bedded out here. This is a really good spot. Still not finding very much sign as far as buck sign and stuff, and no rubs or anything like that. So we're still looking to see if we can find kind of a concentrated area where it looks like there's a lot of sign. How close I can get. 15 yards from her. Right here underneath this tree. Man, she was munching away on all this little grass. So, they're definitely bedding in all this stuff. It's getting warm, so she was definitely probably close to where she was going to be bedding. Or she might have already been bedded, stood up, and then got ready to bed back down. So I don't know where Jonathan went. Uh-oh, busted. I am busted for sure. Fixing to run any time.
All right, folks, me and Jared is finally heading back towards the truck. We found some deer sign. We've seen, I think, 9 or 10 deer. Jared's seen like a little 6-pointer. It's the only buck we saw. The rest were just does and fawns. And then I found this very nice duck decoy laying out in some bushes. Very nice. You need to keep your woods clean, pick up trash. Old Jared here found him a nice cowboy hat.
Yeah, buddy.
He says. So, first place, not so hot. We're going to try somewhere new and see what happens.
What in the world? It's working.
Hi, bud.
What in the world?
We went shopping while we were out there.
You found a decoy?
Duck decoy, every time that stud deer.
Throw it on him, but
Did you?
20 bucks.
Well, what do you think?
I think down over here, horrible. Mud, sloppy, gross.
By the river, you mean? Like where the trees are by the river?
Through there.
Well, okay.
We got up here back toward the train tracks, back by that big pond. There were deer tracks, there was deer and junk everywhere.
Yeah,
Lots of deer signs,
yeah.
no rubs.
No, I know. Jonathan saw 2 rubs when he was...
They seen a little 6-pointer?
It came out, it was real wide, but just
I got a... Up there's... Which you guys probably covered some of the area I did. Did you cross that real open spot where it was just grass like this kind of, where it's just all big, huge open?
Like tall grass or short?
Well, you know, about in here, somewhere in there. Oh.
The grass we was at was like really tall.
Oh, well, I mean, some of it was short, but basically just right, I'll show you on the map.
Across the track?
Oh, yeah.
oh, Susanna, don't you cry for me. Going to Louisiana with the banjo on my knee.
All right, folks, we're back here at the Army Corps of Engineering property. We're going to go out here and look for deer sign, any kind of human sign. Places like this are really good places to find free deer stands. I'm joking.
That's a giant.
There, right there. See how the dirt comes up this way? That means this is the way the deer is going because he's kicking off. So that's future. Just everybody wants to know that.
Don't. Tip of the day. All right, guys, we just got to the next spot. Got out here. They're walking through, and basically it's a lot more woods here than what it was in the last spot. A lot more hardwoods and a lot more just heavy brush. They've burnt this off too. I don't know when they burned it off, but it's coming up real green undergrowth, so we should be able to start seeing a lot of sign. We've already seen a lot of tracks, but we're gonna see if we start seeing some more buck sign. So we're just gonna slowly walk through this area and see if we find any good sign. Jared found the first stand.
Oh, hey, here's 2 more turtles.
Nice bone collector stand. All right, so the river was over there and it was all too tall to cross. So and there was hardly any sign over there. It was real muddy, not very many tracks. Just that stand was over there from last year. So we're walking down quite a ways straight west, and there's some railroad tracks over there. It's gonna allow us to cross that river and get on the other side of the river. And we think that'd keep a lot of people from hunting over there for the fact that they'd have to walk quite a ways. So we're gonna try that over there.
Well, guys, we have walked almost 6 miles. We've walked through fields, we've walked through mud, we've walked through all kinds of stuff. Seen a few deer. Now we're sitting up here on the train train tracks, waiting on Jonathan to show up. I don't know where he's at, so we're all taking a break while he's out there walking around still. It's, what time is it?
Okay.
It's
We'll see.
10:22.
10:22. We've been going since 7:30. So we're making pretty good pace. I don't know if we're about done or if we're gonna go check some more spots. I don't know yet. Either way, stay tuned. We'll let you know.
All right, guys, so I'm back at the house, and I just wanted to jump on here before I ended the video and show you what we learned and kind of how we went about this scouting that I didn't talk about during the video. Show you guys some things about the place that we learned, and so what we're going to try out. Okay, what I'm using to show you guys these maps in this place is onX Maps. Let me tell you something. onX Maps are amazing. It's one of my favorite tools for hunting and scouting new spots because, like I said before, we'd never been here, hadn't seen this area, and so with onX Maps, we could pull it all up, show each other where we're going, track where we were going, and then go back to the truck, talk about where we had walked, and see where each other walked so we know what we're talking about and what's the best spot. Okay, so first of all, when we go scouting, what we're looking for is what's going to be taking place while we're there. So we're going to be going to Oklahoma toward the end of October, but maybe the third week of October. So most of the time, most people say it's an October lull. It's slow. So what we're looking for in every situation, food, bedding, or travel corridor where they're going to be traveling at that time. Well, in October, normally they're not traveling very much. They're at their food, and then they're sleeping really close to where they're eating. So what we found there was no food plots planted or nothing because everything was flooded. And so who knows what they're going to be eating, oaks or whatever they're going to be eating there. But we did definitely find really good bedding. And the thing that I love about that spot is there was a lot of open terrain with a lot of weeds. That is something that I absolutely love to hunt. And a ton of hunters overlook that all of the time. People love to hunt hardwoods. They think that they always need to be in trees. But the thing about it is deer bed in open fields all the time, a lot. And just open terrain, and I love hunting open terrain. So we found several spots, and let me show you the spots that we found. We found this spot, and the place that I love about this is there was beds all along here, but I have a perfect access, and what will happen is I'll be able to walk down these tracks, and on the back side of these tracks where I will be completely hidden, slip up a hill right here, and be able to put my stand somewhere where I can observe where these bucks are bedded in this open terrain, and then we can make a move on these bucks. And so I'm super excited about that, and I guarantee, I do not know yet, but I almost guarantee that there will be bucks bedding in this big open terrain. We found a lot of bedding areas, and I really think it's going to be a killer spot. Don't think we'll have to deal with very many people. So if you guys are going to a spot, if you guys are going to a new spot, look at these places on onX Maps and don't be afraid. The one thing that I want to let you know from this, don't be afraid to look in those big open areas. A lot of people want to look in the woods and they overlook these open areas, but they can be killer in September and in October when these deer are mainly just bedded and they're not chasing does yet. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Make sure you subscribe so when we go back to Oklahoma, we'll see if that plan works. And you'll be able to follow along with me and the team and see if we can kill any deer in these other states. So if you haven't subscribed, you better subscribe or I'll hunt you down, steal your phone, and hit the subscribe button myself. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we will see you guys on the next one.